All right, day 17. This is my pal, Babinchi. You know, there was a 3-year-old that was looking at it and said, well, what's his name? And I said, I don't know, Da Vinci? And she said, Babinchi? So I said, yeah. So we titled it Babinchi. It's a little robot. I don't know. This is why you don't want me to decorate your house, because when you come home, I'll just pin crap up and just move it all around. I just do whatever. But yeah, so this is a fun painting that has meant a lot to me this year. But today's message is about finding your mountain, in which it's a topic that my dad showed me a video of. I don't know who it was, but they were giving a speech at a graduation or something. They were talking about finding your mountain and working towards it. So that's like working towards your goals. What is your mountain? What is your goal? What are you working for? And so that analogy has worked really well for me to figure out what I'm doing, or if I'm making my choices in my everyday life, if they're leading to my mountain. So I've found that some of my jobs I'll be working and then it's like, oh, I'm not going closer to my mountain, I'm just going around my mountain. And so you got to switch directions a little bit. Go find a job that brings you a little closer towards that mountain, towards the direction of it. So I've been doing that very much with art, and I'm very much on the path to my mountain of becoming an artist, and that can, rather than just an art that makes my own art, I connect people and bring people together, help them work through things in their life, or self-discovery kind of a thing, learn about what anxiety is and how that it's okay to be anxious. If you recognize it, then you can work through it, but if you can't recognize it, you're kind of doomed. And that's the same with happiness, fear, love, any feeling you feel. It's important to be able to recognize it and put a name on it. And I can do that through art. I have a lot of different things that connect with art. So find your mountain, decide what it is, and start working towards it. And then it's a great analogy, because if you are going to climb a mountain, a lot of times so if you want to go climb Mount Everest, good example, because a lot of people want to do that are climbers. So you might be, right now, I'm in Montana. Mount Everest is not in Montana. It's a long ways away. I cannot see Mount Everest. So it's an idea, it's a vision. I know it's out there, but I can't actually see it. I can't study it from looking at it. But I know it's there, and I know I want it if I want to do that. Which I don't. I don't want to climb Mount Everest, but that's the idea. So I can prepare right now if I wanted to go and do that. Start getting involved with groups that want to go climb Mount Everest. You start training. You need to get your body in a certain physical shape. You need to eat the right things. You need to connect with the right people and start gaining this right mentality of how you're going to do it, and learn about different challenges that other people have had that went and climbed this, and how you're just learning, you're doing the research, you're getting ready. So in work, to be what I want as an artist, I started learning I need to learn how to public speak, which is something that is terrifying for me. I'm getting a little bit better at it, but it's not easy. So you study, you learn, and you start to go, and then get closer to the path. Eventually you'll buy the tickets to go to the country, and get to the base of where you're going to go up to this mountain and climb it. And it'll take a long time until you can actually see the mountain. And then as you get closer to this mountain, or your vision, sometimes when you're climbing a mountain, you're so much in it, you can't see the top of the mountain. So again, it's there and you want it, but you did the research, so then you stay the path. You're on the course to the top of your mountain. So you just keep plugging along and you keep chugging along. But if you don't know what your mountain is, there's going to be points where you're going to get in the sucky part of the day, the struggle, and you're just going to say, let's just turn around. Let's get out of here. Let's go do something else. But if you know what you're working for, you know what your mountain is, you know what your vision is, you'll keep going. You'll stick it through. You'll get through it and use your team, because you built your team, and you'll get going. You'll make it through. But then, when you get to the top of the mountain, you always have to come down, and people worry about that. Or in life, when you reach a big goal, and then there's a downturn. That's not something to be afraid of. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. But when you're at the top of the mountain, you can see and look out and see other mountains. So from there, if it's an analogy about your vision, you look for what's your next goal, what's your next vision, and then you enjoy the ride down. You enjoy that success, and you coast down, and then you go to your path, start getting towards your next mountain. And when you come down from your mountain, it's tough to, like, writers oftentimes have a tough time with it when they write a book, and if they write a crappy book, then they write another crappy book, and they write a crappy book, and then when they write a good one and it sells like crazy, then they say, well, what am I going to do that's going to top that one? Oftentimes, you don't have to. You can write something that sucks. Same with art. If you sell a piece of art, you do really well, you have a good show. The next piece doesn't always have to be bigger, better, right away. You can go and embrace the struggle, suck again, and work through it, and something else will come along, and you'll grow and develop. Don't be worried about the fall after the success. It's part of a process in the journey, and it's okay. And don't not make something because you're worried about it not being better than your past success. But get a clear vision, start to think about your next mountain. And that's the message for today. So, hope that helps. I love to think about that, and I use it a lot in my journaling and my everyday life, building visions and all that kind of stuff. So, find your mountain. Make sure whatever you're doing today, the job doesn't have to be exactly what you want to do. If you want to learn public speaking, go and work somewhere where you have to talk to people rather than being an editor on the computer where you sit at your computer all day. If you know you will need to learn public speaking skills to get to where you want to go, maybe you can do editing because you know you can earn money there, but also maybe go and work a few hours a week at a store, a hobby store, a clothing store, or something where you have to engage and talk and speak to people, that kind of thing. And if you want, whatever you want to do, if you want to learn about money, go and, again, a cash register, or go work at a bank, or, volunteer at different fundraisers kind of thing, you'll start to learn about money and how they're collecting it and that kind of thing. So find your mountain. Make sure what you're doing is bringing you closer and closer to your mountain. All right? All right. Have a good day.